Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Welcome
How
to
you doing?
Maximize Monday, our last one of the year.
Yeah,
Should
can
be
you
fun.
believe it?
I know, yeah, because we're off next Monday. Well, because Christmas is on the Sundays, we're off on Monday. The New Year's Day is the following Monday, so we shall be off, resting a little bit, hopefully.
Hmm.
Um, but it is good to be here, be alive. God's good. God's great. Um, Please do us a favor and share if you're watching this live. We're watching this uh, back, but come on and join us today as we continue to as we do a year end close of Maximize Monday. Um, we are having our fasting and prayer time on Wednesdays from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Um, we're fasting basically from breakfast, then we're going to come together and pray at 7 a.m. online, and then over the phone through a prayer call at 12 noon. The information is right there for the prayer call on the screen. The 7 a.m. one is live online and
On Facebook and YouTube.
on Facebook and YouTube. And just glad that you all can join. If you missed any of them, they are on our site. You can go back and watch them. Uh, we had a snafu with On Point on Saturday, so we didn't stream it live, but we did tape it, and it was posted last night, right?
Correct. Yep.
Posted last night, and we had a good discussion without anybody else, but just two of us. I think one person called in just out of habit, so we did chat with somebody. So if you missed On Point Saturday, you go on one of our platforms and you can watch it. Uh, Registration for New Year's Eve is open. We want you to register for that now. We are having service on the 31st at 10 p.m. It's going to be good. We're going to be fasting, praying, doing all that good stuff, and trusting God that He is going to be a help to us during this time. Hey, Anjanette,
Hey there.
if it's hey, if it's your first time watching, please do us a favor and type in VIP in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching and you're normal, just shout us out and say hello. We know people watch. Y'all just don't. Some of y'all just don't say nothing, but you never say nothing. Just say hi, and we would love to say hello back, um, so we know who's watching. Our voices want to wake up soon. Um, I just got really sleepy. Uh, that's because I ate
Oh, that's what it is?
a little bit of that, and I'm tired. I didn't sleep good last night, so I don't have that thing you have where you just sleep for hours and hours and hours, and you know,
I do not.
you know,
I
got
sleep within the
responsibility.
given time range of sleep. It's healthy.
What is that?
Like 8 hours.
hmm 8 hours plus, right?
It depends on the day.
Yeah, sure. Those of us who have other responsibilities don't have the luxury.
Oh boy.
I know I'm playing, but when I was in college, I liked early classes. I want to get them out the way.
Hmm.
Some days I was done by noon, and I had the rest of the day to myself. I don't know. I don't. People that took those 4 o'clock classes, I'm like falling asleep. It
Yeah,
just,
it's a mess.
eh, yeah, couldn't do it.
I remember one
Give me,
time I didn't have a choice, and it was for a film class. So we had to watch
mm,
like this foreign movie that was like 8 hours long. I was falling asleep. I just left. I was like, I can't. I'm not gonna make it.
yeah. I had one that had to be it was like two. It was like 2 p.m. to like 4:30 or something like that, and I was out.
Yeah.
I was out. I just couldn't do it. But anyway, y'all not here to hear about our college experience, but just welcome everybody, and so glad that you can join us. Just giving folk time to come on. Oh, our spectacular is this Friday, right? What time? 7, 6,
Yeah.
7:30.
So our Christmas spectacular is this Friday at 7 p.m. I'm really excited because a lot of hard work went into this, but it's something that's going to turn out to be so beautiful, and I think everyone's going to enjoy. So Friday at 7, definitely tune
Y'all
in.
taping took forever.
wrap the family, a lot of hard work.
One taping took
But it's
forever.
fun. Yeah, there's a lot. It's has a good runtime, so like it's a
How
real
long is it?
production
How long is
that
it?
people. I'm not gonna say. I'll tell you later
Why?
because I don't want I
They
want
gonna
people
see
to
it when they
be
start. When it
surprised
starts,
or
they
be
gonna
in the
see it.
moment. No, they
They
won't.
gonna see it when it
Mm-mm.
starts.
Yeah, so they'll see it and then they'll see when it ends when they
Mm,
watch.
mm, mm. You get never mind. So anyway, um, welcome everybody. Anyway, year in review. It was an interesting year so far. I often do like a year in recap from my own life. What did I learn this year?
Hmm.
Um, Good and bad. Uh, I think we all need to, make assessments during the course of the year, not just in December, but during the course of the year, make course corrections and changes and stuff. And um, I was thinking about last week how the pandemic should have taught us something. If you didn't come through the season and not learn something, I I don't know if something's wrong.
Yeah.
Some way, shape, or form. Good afternoon. Well, you're still in the morning. You're in a different time zone. But good afternoon, good morning, Claire. Um, some assessments, some learning, something should have uh, something should have grown in us. Some awareness should have come uh, during this time frame. And we want to hear from you all. What did you learn this year about yourself? What did you learn this year about God, your faith, that kind of thing? If you're willing to do it, share it. Put it in the comments. We'd love to chat with you about it. But um, I the journey for me of getting older of self-awareness is cool. It's frightening, but it's cool at the same time. It's scary, but it's interesting. I was listening to somebody say this that you really don't start learning who you are in life until you're like in your 40s and 50s. That's when it really starts to kind of click. Mutts going off. That's when it really starts to click.
Yeah.
Um, you think you know who you are in your 20s and your 30s, and you may have some awareness to it. But the older you get, the more aware you are of who you are, flaws, good, bad. And when God allows you to experience the exposure um, of areas that need to change or awareness, make those changes because He's obviously doing it to give you that window to change so the rest of your life won't be affected by the negative, but also the benefits of who you are, the good of who you are will positively impact your life. I know I kind of went a roundabout circle, um,
Hmm.
but that's what I'm learning the older I get.
Yeah.
Uh, is more self-awareness and learning to manage the tension between the best parts of you and the worst parts of you at the same time. If I can say it like that, the good in you and the parts in you that still need growth, the mature you, the immature you, the healed you, but the broken you. You learn to navigate that tension and not
Yeah.
allow one side to fully define who you are as a person.
Hmm.
We're defined as being children of God, and we learn to grow into that identity every single day with those things. Because I'm learning, life is. I'm gonna rant real quick, and I'm sorry, my life is nuanced, and healing and change looks different for everybody. I'll use this as an example. We talked about this before. Something, for example, some things God will take away. Some things He'll let you manage and overcome every day.
Hmm.
So you redefine what deliverance and victory looks like. We always think deliverance is God snatches out, He takes it away, I'm delivered from it. But deliverance oftentimes it's present. You just choosing not to partake of it, touch it, participate in it.
Yeah.
We want it all gone. Trust me, I wish it was all gone. But some of
Hmm.
it, what if God helps you manage that thing? And that's how you're healed.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry I ranted for a while. Good.
No, it's true, and I co-sign with what you said is being able to take a step back and to self-reflect on things. And I think to realize, and this has been the biggest lesson for me this year, is that everything that we go through, every experience that we have is a learning opportunity. So being able to see that opportunity instead of just being stuck in the situation. So whether it be, you learning something that you can move on and do better, or like you
Mhm.
said, like being able to trust God, you're learning to trust Him and to be able to just let things go,
Yeah,
and to just really lean on your faith in that moment.
yeah, yeah, and that, I'm glad you're seeing that more because especially those of us who are used to management and control. And I'm using control
Yeah.
not in a bad way. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when stuff's out of your control, you have a hard time
Mm-hmm.
because you want to be able to put your hand on it. God's like, nope, trust my hand on it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I know you want to fix it,
Exactly.
hey Keisha, but no, no, I need you to trust me that my hand is working on this thing.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing I've learned this before, and it really hit me again this year, is how God can speak to you through art.
Okay.
I was watching Mad Men, and this person articulated something. I said, "That's what I've been feeling," but I couldn't find the words to it until this person
Mm-hmm.
said this. And I was like, "Yo, it's what God will use a TV show, a movie, a song to kind of give you some
Yeah.
clarity." I think we think God only moves in certain ways when He has various ways to speak to you where you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Being open to that awareness that He
Yeah.
gives you.
Mm-hmm.
um, and how a song, something on the TV, something you watch on a movie, somebody says something or somebody does something, and you're like, why is this
Right.
connecting to me so
Right.
much?
Yeah.
We just kind of overlook it. Oh, it connected to me. Go back and watch it again. There's a reason why it's hitting something in you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's Color Purple. God's trying to tell you something. It
Yeah.
obviously doing something in that moment. But I don't think I'm not saying you gotta be all crazy and just look at all entertainment as some self-reflection, but sometimes you'll see
Mm-hmm.
self-reflection. You'll see yourself in something.
Yeah. You have to open yourself up to get there though. And I've
Mhm.
had this conversation with other people because I like Christian contemporary music.
Mhm.
And some of the people that I'm connected to, they just can't stand it because they're just stuck in the box of what is known and what's comfortable, right? And
Mhm.
so I'm like, you have to get past that and listen to the words and the meaning, because like you said,
Yeah.
it takes one song and you're on the floor crying because
Right,
it
right.
connects that moment to what you needed to hear. So
Exactly.
I think that can be a struggle sometimes, and not even just in that stance, but to just think outside of our comfort zones to be able to open ourselves to receive the message that God has for us.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny you brought that up. I was thinking about that. I was gonna make a post about it soon. Maybe I'll record it or something. The problem that a lot of people have is we worship our style more than we worship God.
Mhm.
And I'm okay with you having a preference, you individuals having a style of music that they like. Nothing wrong with that. But when you
Mhm.
make that style the only way, you are now worshiping your style over the God that you worship.
Yeah.
So for some, if it's not foot stomping clap church, it does,
Right.
mm.
It's
But
what
for
is this
some,
best? What is
yeah,
this?
right. It's all slow and stuff. But then on the other side, there's some people who are on the worship tip that when you get a foot stomping thing, we
Mhm.
start worshiping our own style and think that our style becomes more important than the words and
Right.
what's trying to be conveyed. It's okay to have, like, I love hymns, but do I want to go to a service where I hear hymns all day? No,
Mhm.
I don't want to hear every song. Sorry, I love them, but I just don't. But but we start worshiping our style. I'm glad you brought it. We have to learn to be open to the variety of ways that
Mhm.
God chooses to speak to us,
Mhm.
and not so put him in this. You see what's funny? We're going to talk about this on Wednesday. Not putting God in this narrow box of how we
Yeah.
think He should come, and we miss Him because we want Him to come a certain way, and He chooses
Yep.
to come another. And I think that's a struggle for a
Mhm.
lot of people, and one of the biggest reasons why we actually miss God.
Absolutely. And I think all in all, it's a trick of the enemy is to sow like this um make things divisive and separate people and like put God in a box like you said. where we know that's not what heaven looks like. It's a conglomerate of all these things that are united to praise him.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's an adjustment because I went to Bethany all my life, and then I went to a Christian school, and it was a culture shock. And not gonna lie, the first few weeks I was there, I was like, this ain't it. But then, like, as I became more comfortable and open and receptive to things, I'm like, oh, okay. My
They
head
just
started
tap into
bobbing.
you. They just
I
tap
like
into you
it.
who you really were.
Oh, shut up. No, I
Well,
go right
look.
into that
I know you did, but look, I grew up in a very multicultural, diverse neighborhood. So
one.
I can rock and roll on top of hip hop. I can roll anywhere.
Right.
My best friends were white growing up, so we can work it out. But again, different styles, and some people have a hard time adjusting to that because we have a hard time adjusting to the move of God. We want to dictate how God moves based off what's comfortable for us, rather than how's God moving and adjust ourselves to that.
Right.
We want to dictate the move rather than adjusting to the move. We'll use that on Wednesday. Okay. So that's the dilemma. And God will, he used to say back in the day, God moves in mysterious ways. And it's true. You don't always know how he's going to move, where he's going to move. You just have to be open to that move.
Yeah.
What we talked about on Bible study Wednesday night. Creation is birthed in the dark. New creation is birthed in the dark. You want God to do something new. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to put you in a dark season. Because that's where birthing happens. Say something. I got to write this down before I forget.
No, it's true. Like we it's literally right there in front of us, and it's hard to accept because, like you said, like we don't like change. We like things that are comfortable, things that we know. Where, going back to what you said about God and creation, there was nothing there. No one knew nothing. So you have to be able to start from that foundation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And move on.
Absolutely. Come on, stop doing it. I'm sorry. I'm writing this thought down. But I mean, it's true. I know we were supposed to be talking about year-end stuff, but this is all gonna come together.
No, it makes
but
sense.
I think it's true. How many? It makes you wonder how many times this year did God move and we missed him? Because we missed how he was doing it, rather than adjusting to what he's doing.
Because we want God to adjust to us and what we're comfortable with, what we like and what we want, how we think things should bend and move and change, instead of the other way around.
Yeah. It's like surfing. We don't create the wave, we just ride the wave. I think that's the problem. We want to create the wave. God says no, just have your surfboard ready. The wave is coming. Jump on the wave. Learn to ride the wave. It's going to take some balance. You're going to have some balance shoes. You got to work it out, but you got to learn to ride the wave of how I'm choosing to do this. And if you don't learn that, you're going to have trouble.
It's going to take you under.
It's going to take you under. You're going to have some issues with that. So I think it's important for us this year, going into next year, to learn how to ride the wave of God's opportunities.
Yeah,
because they come in ways you don't expect. Yeah, they come in ways you don't expect, times you don't expect. Sometimes the greatest opportunities comes in the worst times of your life.
When it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you gotta be ready to ride that wave. It is what it is. God is God and we're not. There it is. We keep forgetting that. God is God and we're not. And we have to adjust to how he chooses to do things and not try to dictate to him how he wants things done. And get in the flow of his will, not ours.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's a certain relief to letting God be God, because some things I don't want to have to fix. He got it. I can't do it. You got it. Now he'll stress you out now, making you wait to the last minute for him to do it. But
like, what are you doing? There were all these other ways you could have done this.
Right. We're like Lazarus and like Mary and Martha. Had you been here earlier, you would have did
Right.
this. It's easier said than done, but it's necessary. So this year end, we talked. I think in the first couple months about we'll probably run it back again in January. The savings plan. And we talked about mental health. We've been going through mental health from like May to like this month. Working on our mental, our emotional health. If you missed them, go back and watch them all. Because there are some things we have to learn to do better in the new year. And God awareness, self-awareness comes from God awareness. But your self-awareness is just as important. Your self-awareness, how you view yourself, how you see yourself, how you view life is extremely important. We're too busy up in everybody else's business.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we do that. We like watching drama in somebody else's life to kind of overlook our own drama.
Yep.
Or to justify our drama.
Yeah.
We don't like it in our own lives, but we like watching everybody else's. Somebody help me out here. The crazy reality shows, while people are so into them, it's because of the drama. They cussing each other out. They doing all this crazy stuff. I'm like, how does this and why does this appeal to you? Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out.
Yeah.
Like, what about that drama that gives you so much pleasure? Like, is it because they're just crazy? Is it? Somebody help me out, please, because all the Real House this and all these other things and basketball this and
yeah.
I'm just curious. That's all. Like, what does that feel?
I think it gets that sense. Well, at least I'm not that bad, or things aren't that crazy. But I think also there's like a little bit where like you can align with it. Not you, Pastor Nick, but like there's just a little bit. I'm like, okay, I see this.
Yeah. I get it. Just I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's got different things appeal to different people. And but anyway, we're not here to talk about that. So, what did you learn this year? What did y'all learn this year from God? What are your plans for next year? Business, financial, all those things. What are your goals for the year to come? And how you're going to meet those goals? Fresh Friday was actually pretty good last Friday. Was it last Friday? Friday before, we talked a lot about that too. What are your goals? What are your ideas, your thought processes? What are you going to do to make sure that your role in 2023 is positive? Yeah, people do draw negative. I mean, think about it. You know what I hate? When you're driving down the highway and there is a bunch of traffic, and then you realize the reason why there's traffic because there's an accident on the whole other side of the highway. You driving down 95, it's on the whole other side, but there's traffic on one side because people are slowing down to see what happened. And they're delaying their own process and everybody else's because they're trying to watch something that's in somebody else of another lane.
But you know what else that can cause? Is an accident for yourself.
Thank you. Because you're too busy looking at the accident that's not even affecting you. We have this thing, but we talked about the news did this before. They for a whole week they showed nothing but positive news, and guess what? Viewership went down. They went back to showing a bunch of negative stuff. Viewership went up because now girl, guess what happened? Man, guess what? Did you see the news today? That's what happened in the news. That's crazy. The world is crazy. Look at what's going on. And you start calling and talking to each other about all the bad stuff. This person shot this one. These kids are crazy. Look what they did. They understand this. They learned it from the OJ chase. There were more people. Here's let's contextualize. You were what, like maybe 3 when the whole OJ thing happened? I think you were born in 90 or 91.
90.
90. So you probably like 3 or 4. I think it was 93 or 94 OJ happened.
Okay.
The OJ thing happened. But you saw the image of the Bronco chase, right?
Yep.
The night when that happened, the NBA Finals was on. And here's the crazy thing about this. So many people tuned in just to watch OJ evade the police down the highway that they minimized the NBA Finals and put it like in a small part of the TV and maximize the Bronco chase. This is the NBA Finals, the championship series, and they minimized.
Was it the last game of the series?
I can't remember what game it was, but it's a nationally broadcast game that they put in the corner of the screen.
Wow.
And they had one of the highest viewership days in TV history was people watching OJ in a white Bronco going down the highway. And all it was the car was just going. So everybody wanted to see what would happen at the end. And it showed a lot of them something. How much drama equals ratings and ratings equal money.
Wow. That's a mess.
Yeah, it is. I just want us to be more positive. I mean, think about it. Social media, a negative thing travels a whole lot faster than a positive one. Something in our DNA, well, it's sin in our negative. Just it amazes me how life will travel faster than the truth.
Yeah.
Because people love to be proven right in their own negativity. It's like they wait for something to fail. And then when it doesn't fail, they get mad.
I don't know. It just kind of reminds me of like Cain and Abel, where we have to just be mean to each other and bring each other down and kill each other and everything else instead of just being able to be, like you said, be positive.
Yeah. But it is what it is. We are about 2 minutes left on time. We were supposed to be recapping the year. We ended up talking about something else, like normal. We always get off topic.
There we go.
By now. But just pray your way into the new year. Let God guide you. Ask for God's wisdom, His direction. I hope that this year was a wonderful year for growth for you individually, personally, also all of us collectively. And then we'll go into 2023, growing, changing, developing, and being who God desires for us to be. It's not perfect. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to fail. But as Bishop always says, progress is never perfect. We may stumble along the way, but just keep on going and heal. The problem that I said this years ago in a women's session, especially minorities, not even just minorities, people in general too. We were always taught, take a hit, keep going. Take a hit, keep going. Yeah, you got hurt, but keep pressing forward. They forgot something critical, the healing part. Because eventually that taking a hit and keep going is going to catch up to you. And you're going to erode, you're going to implode because you're not healing. The goal is to get hit, keep going, and heal while you're going. Or take a break and pause and heal and keep going. But either way, you move forward, but you can't forget about the healing part because eventually those wounds are going to catch up to you. And acting like it didn't happen and just pushing forward is not going to help you in the long run.
Yeah.
It's actually going to bring more pain into your life. All right.
For sure. You got to be able to feel it in order to address the different wounds that are there.
Yes. So we will be off for the next 2 weeks because we're off for a Christmas observation next Monday and New Year's Day. We're off the following New Year's Day is on a Sunday, which means we're off on a Monday. So we'll be back on January the 9th. And hopefully, those of you local, will see you all in service. We'll have a great New Year's Eve service at 10 o'clock. We are having church on that Sunday, New Year's Day at 11. And, of course, communion also. And anything else you want to share?
No, just Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll see you around the plaza.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. And those of you who haven't even started Christmas shopping yet, pray for it. Did you start?
Huh?
Did you start? Did you start? I guess not.
Huh?
Everybody getting gift cards this year. That ain't no gift. Yes, it is. Give me my money back.
Okay.
Right. Everybody getting a gift card this year. I'm tired. All right, y'all. The Lord bless you all and the Lord keep you. See y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.